Hey guys, it's Josiah here back again with another video. Now in this video we're going to be going through the tools and everything I use to book around 300 plus appointments just from LinkedIn alone, just so you guys know exactly what's working right now in these tools and how you could use these tools to start booking appointments, start signing clients for your agency, or if you're working mainly in the B2B space. Now if you don't know, my name is Josiah, other people call me Jozy. I run my own consulting business helping other agencies scale. So we work with agencies doing it from zero to the first 50k per month, helping them get past the 50k per month all the way to 100k per month, and we helped over 100 plus agencies do the same. So I thought I should do this video because LinkedIn is one of the main channels that we help all of our clients get on so they can start booking appointments and scaling rapidly. Now as you can see here, we booked over 344 appointments just in April last month, so that is kind of how the scale of which you can get this system up if you were to add every single thing that we cover on this video today. So this is going to be packed with so much value, so at the end of the call you know exactly each and every single tool and how we use all the tools to start booking appointments, to start signing clients, so then you can implement this into your own agency and then scale via that. Okay, so without further ado, let's go into it. So the first one we use is Sales Navigator. Now if you don't know what Sales Navigator is, it's essentially a platform within LinkedIn that you can use to search up every single person on LinkedIn who has an active or even dormant profile. Now the reason why is because LinkedIn actually has a self-classifying or classifying system where when you go LinkedIn, you have to answer where you work at, what job you're in, a bit about your company, and this allows people to self-classify or publicize themselves and basically tell people how much money they make in hindsight, because you can find people's employee size, the niche, the location, the how long they've been in the business, and this is very key. And there's other database you can use like the Polo, but all these other people like Snap.io, but majority of people get their data from LinkedIn. So especially when it comes to LinkedIn outreach, we use Sales Navigator to really get that data and actually find qualified leads, and we tend to find people that are making X amount of money per month, rather than be having 10, 15, 20 plus employees, so we know they're actually qualified. Okay, so then after that we actually then use Scrub to export these leads, and once we exported these leads, because the thing is, when you're on LinkedIn, you can't actually use these leads and not actually just use them, actually score them, which we're going to go through, and personalize them, which are personalizing, perfect, just make sure I spell that right. But yeah, you can't actually use these leads from Sales Navigator because you have to go and click each and every single one of them to actually start messaging them and actually outreaching them, which is very inefficient. So that's why you Scrub to export them out of Sales Navigator. And the thing about Sales Navigator, it gives you bad leads. Now, even though you put in the Sales Navigator search, we want CEOs of a marketing agency or of a coaching consulting businesses, what it will give you CEOs of a manufacturing business, when it's not even your niche, it's not remotely your niche. And that's just because some fall with Sales Navigator. So that's why we use Scrub to export the leads out and remove leads that are not in the same industry, not in the same category in terms of job titles, and really reformat them and segment them out. Okay, now once we format and segment them out, next thing we're going to be doing is actually using these leads and putting them over to Clay. Now Clay is going to be used to score these leads. Now if you don't know what scoring means, it basically just means going to a company's website, going to how many employees they have, and actually searching for keywords or a number of employees. So we use it personally to search for keywords in the company's website. For example, it may say that the website is XYZ, but the website may actually be a software company instead of a marketing agency, but they actually got into Sales Navigator and as a marketing agency, but in reality they're actually a software company. But they may not even have any case studies as well, because we look for people who have case studies, because they tend to have better results. They tend to be already more seasoned, I would say. So then once we go into put this into Clay, we have a Clay table that basically says go into the website, check for case studies, check if they have any of these keywords. These keywords could be marketing related, or in your case maybe like, I don't know, construction related or XYZ related, whatever your niche is, right? Let's say, for example, one of our clients is physical security. It may be search for the word for physical security in this to make sure that they're the right client. Okay, and then once they have that, once they've been scored, we take the good leads and then we start personalizing something. Now, when it comes to personalization, I'll probably make another video about this. I actually even wrote that down to make a video on how to actually personalize, right? But in terms of personalization, what you can do is we personalize with a few things that's on the website, case studies, right? LinkedIn posts, LinkedIn recommendation, which a lot of people don't even do, right? And then we personalize many of these four things that we see because it's very easy to get them. You can use a lot of things like surfer.dev, and I'll make a whole video on how to create all of these stuff. But we personalize them of these four key variables. So then once we do outreach them, it looks like we made their research because these are the things that you're publicly going to see online. And then when someone gets something like this and a message like that has been personalized, they're more likely to respond to this message. And all it is just likelihood, right? If your message stands out, if your message is actually a good message, if your message is personalized, the likelihood of someone responding does increase, okay? And that's what we're doing right now, is make sure that the right people and make sure that we have something relevant and personalized to say. Now, when people, and this is one thing, because a lot of people say it has to be relevant or has to be personalized. I try to put it together. I try to have a personalized, relevant message, right? Which again, it makes a lot of sense. And then once we have a personalized message, when we have once we score the leads, then I put them into HeyReach. Now the reason I put it into HeyReach because before I used to have like 10 sellers, right? At my peak, I had 15 sellers working for me. And I've realized that when it comes to the selling team, yes, get into that, having a bit more manual, there is some advantage of it. You don't have to pay that high, in my opinion, of software fees. But with HeyReach, you can get like 50% off. We have a code that you can get 15% off on HeyReach. And so it's very, very cost effective for me. But what I realized is that once you actually start using sellers, you're just increasing the chance of error, right? And we wanted to decrease the chance of error and decrease the numbers of sellers we had because I believe in keeping my team lean, right? I don't like too many people in my business, especially people that are unnecessary, right? And I wanted to see how we could lean the team out. Yes, the monthly expenses will go up, but essentially we'll have less people in the business, meaning that the people that are good, we can focus and delegate more accounts to them, right? And this allowed us to really like half our selling team while even doubling or even tripling the results that we're getting because every single message was personalized and we knew the person, we had more control on the type of first message that they were sending, which meant that we could test better, we could actually find what works even faster, and this allowed us to just triple the output that we're getting from our selling team, okay? And this allowed us to get rid of the sellers that wasn't performing and really just double down on the sellers that are performing because let's say you have 10 sellers, you may have like 2 to 3 of them, or even 4 of them that actually are performing, like the 80-20 rule, right? So you want to just get rid of the ones that are not working and then double down and make the operations and the workflow of the sellers that are working even better, right? So for example, one of the things that took time for them is to do all these manual outreach. Now they don't do manual outreach, now they focus on a higher leverage skill, which is responding to prospects and booking them in, which in my opinion is higher leverage than sending out messages, okay? Then, because of HeyReach, we have something called a multi-account inbox management, right? And a multi-account inbox management means that it basically like a unibox, a unified inbox where all of let's say you have 20 accounts, all of the messages go into one inbox. So then the seller can just reply to that inbox and then reply to messages, have also canned responses. Everything is a bit more streamlined. And this was a very big game changer because we have a seller manager that looks over the sellers. And this seller manager is that literally can see every single message of each and every single seller. Like think about it, every single message from each and every single seller we have eyes on. So then this allows us to give us better feedback and we turn our calls from before our calls are kind of checking calls to see if there's any problems to actually just audit calls. So now every time our seller goes into a team or seller meeting, they literally have, hey, this is a good message, this is a good conversation, this is a bad conversation, this is your conversation when you actually messed up on, and this conversation you done really, really well on, right? So we can actually give literal feedback on what to say, what not to say, and actually give real life examples of things that are happening in real time right now. And this was a big game changer, absolutely big game changer for our management, right? We were able to give feedback, like very, very precise feedback for our sellers, for our team, so then they can actually go and improve. And once we've done this, oh my God, it was just like night and day. The sellers were happy. We see more results. It it was just a 10 out of 10 experience. Okay, so now once they have, once we've reached out to them, we've replied positively. Now we're going to find out that the conversion between people that replied positively to the people that have booked before, if you just do it without any like additional support, it'll be around like 25 to 35%. So let's say you get 10 positive replies, you'll book 2 to 3 of them. Okay. Now we wanted to actually get that to 5 of them. So we wanted to say if you have 10 positive, I wanted to book 5 of them, right? Or if we send like 10 calendar links or 10 people who send the calendar for us to book, we wanted to book half of them. So my goal is to always book half and have kind of half conversion. Okay, so 50% conversion. So what we then do, we then used an API and then Clay to enrich the numbers and then do SMS outreach on the back of this, right? And this allowed us to use Go High Level to do this, and also allowed us to store our leads, because the thing is about LinkedIn, especially here, it doesn't have a good lead storing system, so you can't see it doesn't have like a pipeline opportunity like a Kanban board. So when it's together, that's just so we can visualize all the leads and where they're at. And this allows us to also do cold calling. I don't know what's going on here. I'm not spelling it right. Cold calling. So we'll be calling up leads who've positively replied, who we send calendar links to, and we've been calling them and trying to get them back in and trying to book them in. And this allowed us to then increase our conversion from, let's say, that 25 to 35% all the way to that 45%. Okay, and then on top of that, once we've called them, once we've SMS them, we'll then put them in an automated email sequence, right? And in this automated email sequence, we'll basically enrich their emails and then go to instantly and give them on an eight message follow-up sequence. And this allowed us to not only hit them off with all sides. So now when someone replies positively, they're going to get an SMS, a call, an email, right? And they're going to get that nurture sequence. And this allowed us to literally go from 45 to 50%. So this means even up to 65% sometimes, which means that if we send on like 10 candidate links, 6 people will book. And this allowed us to basically put this whole operation on just crack, right? And they just full scale this. And this is what a lot of people don't understand is they may have one part of the puzzle and they're like, oh my God, we're getting good results. But once you actually put the whole piece of the pie together, the results just skyrocket. And that's how you'll be able to get like that 300 plus appointments by doing this, right? And this is keeping my team very, very lean. Like now we're probably just going to be on just 3 sellers. So 3 sellers booking over 300 appointments, which means that each seller is probably booking 100 appointments or 120 appointments each themselves. And yeah, this keeping the team very lean, and this allows our sales reps to jump on as many calls as possible. Right, and then also we have someone in the back end that's making sure these calls are showing up. So we have we've got right now from our booking to calls around 70%. So so that is really, really good. And yeah, that's essentially everything that you need to know. Now, if you need help actually orchestrating this and putting all of this together, then there is a link below for us to chat. Just click that link below. You're going to see some case study. You're going to see our offer, everything like that. It's a full risk-free offer. So just put the link below, click the link below. And then if you like one or more of these videos and you want me to put more, comment what videos you feel like I should make. If there's any parts of the system that you want me to deep dive into a bit more, or just hit like, subscribe, and then yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. That's all it, and bye-bye.